Hi everybody, it's Dr. Tiffany Lamont from Lamont Wellness, and this video is going to be a compilation of my section hike of the Georgia portion of the Appalachian Trail. So I have given myself, I think, 8 days to complete it, and depending on where I look and if you do the approach trail or not, it's somewhere between like 74 and 83 miles. So I figured even on the long end of that, that's about 10 miles a day. So I feel like I can do that, but I've never actually hiked for this long. The longest I've ever gone is like 3 days, and I'm gonna do it all by myself. So I'm gonna put myself to the test. I'm picking out gear and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if it's gonna work right for me. I'm gonna give it a go. I'll kind of get back to you about what I liked and what I didn't like. I'm also going to try and prepare my own meals and see, again, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I might do differently. I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to challenge myself and kind of get in touch with, what I feel like I can do and to do it by myself. And of course, the first thing that everybody's saying to me is, oh, that's not safe. Oh, you shouldn't do that. I don't know. Life isn't safe. Let's take some chances. So in this first section, I think what I'm going to do is take you through the process of what I think I'm going to take with me. I'm sure there's going to be some editing. I may weigh this thing at the end and decide, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm bringing all of this stuff. And that's part of the process. That's part of my learning curve here. I'm trying to figure out and maybe take you along for the process of learning, the adventure of it, figuring out what I like, what I don't like, what I might do differently, and if I've made the right choices, if I need to replace things, and if I really like long distance through hiking. Maybe one day I'll go on a really long trip. We'll see. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna go over is my pack. Honestly, I think this thing is probably a beast. I bought this a few years ago, and then found out my family hates through hiking. And so this is a Deuter 60 plus 10, so that's a 70-liter bag. And like the brain is not detachable, which would be a nice feature. And I don't know how much this bad boy weighs, but I'm pretty sure it's too much. But anyway, that's what I've got. And so sometimes rather than going out and buying new stuff, you just work with what you got. My next piece of equipment that's definitely going with me is my green down jacket. So these are my new trekking poles. They're from a company, The Fit Life. These are carbon fiber. I did have a pair of aluminum ones and they broke, so I'm gonna give these a go. They have a bunch of different attachments for the tip, and we shall see what we think of them. They're pretty light. I did a fair amount of research on this, and barring spending a couple $100s, I thought this was a pretty good deal. Okay, my next piece of equipment is a Big Agnes sleeping bag. This is a 15-degree bag, and honestly, this is probably overkill, but I love this bag. I've actually used this a lot, and this is the feature I like. Right here. So on the back, there's this sleeve that you put your sleeping pad in. And the coolest thing about this sleeping pad thing is that I am a wild sleeper. I am like a crazy person when I'm sleeping. I roll around, I sleep on my stomach, my side, I'm a lunatic. So this bag keeps the pad in the sleeping bag so that when I move around, I don't fall off. And it's down, which makes it light, but it's a pretty heavy duty bag. Also, it's rated for 15 degrees. And from what I understand, I don't know if that's the comfort rating or if that's like the survival rating of the bag, but I will tell you, I've used this in way, way, way warm weather, and I just kind of open it up and it's worked really great for me. Now if it's a heavy bag, it's worth the wait to me. So I haven't decided which one of these that I'm gonna bring, but they're both Big Agnes insulated Q-Core sleeping pads, and I have used both of these. I can't honestly tell the difference, but what I can tell you is they're fantastic. They're probably pretty heavy. I think this is the lighter of the two, and I might take that one. But again, sleeping comfortably is important to me. Okay, this is going to be my cooking system. Again, this, for most people who are ultralight packers, they consider this crazy, heavy, and overkill. This is a flash. I've actually had this for years, and I've used this a lot for a lot of different situations. At this point, I wish I had like a mini mo or a micro mo so I could actually cook the food in it, because what these do is just boil the water, but I'm gonna work with it. Okay, this is my bathroom / cleanup kit, and I think there's one thing I might need to add to this, but we'll see. So this is a trowel. It's called the Deuce 2. It weighs like an ounce, and I thought it was worth getting. This is called a Tinkle Bell, and it came in this container, but I'm gonna ditch this because I guess every gram counts. So put it in a plastic bag. Baby wipes, I probably have way too many of those, but honestly, I just wanna feel clean. This is a Diva, not a Diva cup, but a menstrual cup. And then toilet paper. And I probably need to put a hand sanitizer in there. So that's gonna be the toilet and cleanup bag. So quick little touch on a couple of things. So the Tinkle Bell, first of all, it's definitely unnecessary, but I don't know if you guys have ever tried to pee in the woods. And, you know, if you have pants on and trying not to get it, you know, to splash on your feet and all that stuff. And so I bought this so you could pee standing up, and I've tried it, it's amazing. So I think it's worth the wait, we'll see. And then the other thing is a menstrual cup, and nobody wants to deal with that stuff. However, that is way lighter and a lot less trash, and, you know, depending on how you want to look at it, way less dirty than the rest of the stuff you might deal with. Okay, so this is going to be my water system. I'm going to use a Camel Black bladder. This is I don't know if it's a 2 or a 3 liter, and then a Katahdin water filter. Now, lots of people really like the Sawyer Squeeze because it's smaller and lighter, and they'll put it on a Smart Water bottle. But I was given this filter. I don't have a Sawyer Squeeze. I've used it. It works really great. And then also the Camelback's bladders I've already had as well. Not that I couldn't buy a Smart Water bottle, of course I could. But if I find that this system doesn't work, then I'd be happy to switch. My trusty favorite hat. This is one of the things I'm most excited to try out. So this is from River Country Products. It's a very inexpensive ultralight tent. It's actually, it uses your trekking poles to hold it up. And then this is a 2-layer tent because a lot of the ones that are single layer have problems with condensation. Haven't even taken it out of the package yet. I might do a video on me trying to set it up, which might be funny. This is the personal hygiene kit. This is powder. Honestly, I might need to get a smaller one, and I probably need to get one that's unscented. This is sunscreen, non-negotiable. This is a little comb brush. You've seen that in all my travel videos. Some Q-tips. That might be overkill. I might just need a couple. I can't stand it. I have to clean my ears. This is a bottle of Dr. Bronner soap, but I actually may bring a chunk of a solid unscented shampoo for that instead. These are called Toothy Tabs. These are solid toothpaste tablets. This is a lip balm with sunscreen. Nail clippers, non-negotiable. I have to have nail clippers. I cannot stand some ganky nails. This is a little thing of silk floss, but I've taken it out of the container. And honestly, this is the toothbrush for my electric toothbrush, but I'm gonna just take this upper part. I think that's a good idea. Put it all inside my little Ziploc bag. I think that'll work. Okay, first aid kit. All different types of little pills, from Advil to allergy pills, etc., all combined in here. Unfortunately, I have to bring EpiPens. That's non-negotiable. A little thing of duct tape. This is actually a little teeny tiny CPR mask. I hope I never need to use it, but it's pretty tiny and light. Assorted variety of Band-Aids, a little teeny sewing kit, some antiseptic wipes, a lighter, some earplugs. This may get pared down. I may add a few things to it. A battery pack so I can make these videos and charge my phone. Earbuds, phone charger, charger for the battery pack. I don't know if I'll stop and do a resupply or not, but I have it just in case. My spoon, which is new, and it's fairly light, but I like it because it's long and it will fit into my long jet boil, and it has this silicone coating, and that will help clean and scrape the pot. Food hanging kit. I might need to get something else. This I don't think is waterproof, so I might get a dry bag. And then this is what I'm going to use to hang my bear bag. Headlamp. This has a number of different settings and it's adjustable. So I will have also the light on my phone, but this is good to have. So I'm torn between taking a poncho and my rain jacket. Honestly, I think this one is lighter and probably covers my bag, and I don't have a bag cover. So I think this is what's gonna make the cut. Okay, this is my buff and my bandana. Those are both from REI, and actually this one I got when I did an REI trip. It was a kayaking trip. It was super fun, so good memories associated with these. My little tiny Swiss Army knife that's so cute, and look, it's engraved. And it has everything that I need. It has a knife. It's a small blade, which I'll use to cut like food and stuff, or anything else I might need to. It has a little pair of scissors. It has a little file. It has a pair of tweezers and a toothpick. And this thing is light, light, light. So I think that's gonna be perfect. Okay, again, getting back to sleeping comfortably. This is a blow-up pillow from Outdoor Vitals, and honestly, it's super comfy. and it definitely made the cut and is worth the wait.
These are some of my question marks. I think I should bring them, but maybe not. So this is like an emergency blanket. Should I put that in my emergency kit? These are two different hats. One's way more bulky than the other, and this is a pair of gloves. But my jacket has a hood, so I'm not sure, and pockets. I'm not sure I need these. Two pairs of hiking socks. I deliberately chose, I mean, these I've had forever, but I deliberately grabbed two different colors because I want to be able to know which ones are clean, and I'm gonna wash them every night and switch them out. Or at a minimum, have a sleeping pair and a hiking pair. My favorite sunglasses, I only own one pair of sunglasses and I love them. They're made by Ray-Ban, they're the original Wayfarers, and they're fantastic. One sports bra, and I will have two pairs of underwear, but one pair is on my bod. And I will wash one pair at night to let it dry for the next day, because I have to tell you, I might even bring a third pair, even though that's considered a luxury item, because clean undies is important to me. This is my sleeping outfit. This is like a Nike pair of like compression shorts. I might actually bring these instead, which is like a pair of biking shorts. And then this is a dry fit shirt that I got from one of my Spartan races. Everyone thinks that I'm crazy because I wear long pants and long sleeve shirts when I do everything, and it's hot as Hades here in Georgia, but the problem is, as a ginger, I burn, and I don't want to carry a gallon of sunscreen, and I don't want to put on a gallon of sunscreen 3, 4, 5 times a day and get all sticky and gooey. So I wear a sunscreen shirt and sunscreen pants. And honestly, when you're fair like me, people don't understand this that don't burn like I do, or like fair people do. The heat doesn't bother me. The sun bothers me. So my husband and my son, they feel like in the sun when they feel rejuvenated and warm. I feel like I'm cooking. In the same exact temperature, you put a shade over me and all of a sudden I feel fine. So to me, it's more worth it to have the layer. This is another little luxury item I'm bringing. Just to give you reference, that's the size of my hand. And this is a piece of a Japanese, or a Korean rather, scrubber that I chopped up. And this thing is light as a feather and it will help me scrub my body, scrub dishes, whatever I need to. And this is my potential shoe situation, although I don't think these are good options. Like these sneakers are not great for what I'm about to do. They're also kind of on their last legs, so I am in the market for some new trail runners. I have used hiking shoes in the past and hated them. So I have had these big hiking boots and I gave them away because they were so uncomfortable to me. And I much prefer trail runners, but generally I'm running on a trail and not carrying like a 30-pound backpack. So I don't really know what shoes I want. So I'm going to spend some time going and trying on some shoes and figuring that out. And then the other ones are little water sandals. And honestly, they're not the lightest thing, but they're what I have. I don't have tons of shoes anymore, so there's no reason for me to go buy new ones. Unlike the sneakers, which are pretty much worn out. And those are way too minimalist for backpacking. So there it is. I think that's most of what I'm including. That's wobbly. I haven't done my food yet, so I might make a separate video on what I think I'm going to pack for food. And I will let you know if any of these things get cut or if I change them out or if I add any. And we'll see how this hike goes.